இன்னைக்கு என்ன விசேஷம் அப்படி வந்தால்? ஆமாம், கரெக்ட். எப்படி இருக்கா மாமா? எப்படி இருக்கா? ஓ, ஜாஹாக்கா. ஓ, நான் இப்போ திறந்தாச்சு. சரி. ஓ, working.
Yes, Swami.
श्री गणेशाय नमः. श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः. श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि. सन्तोषिणी जगन्माता मम सौभाग्यवृद्धये नमस्करोमि भक्त्या त्वां प्रसन्ना वरदा भव. शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः. नीलाम्बुजश्यामलकोमलाङ्गं सीतासमारोपितवामभागं पाणौ महासायकचारुचापं नमामि रामं रघुवंशनाथम्. Meda Suktam, right? Om Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Yat Chandasa Vrishabho Vishwarupaha छन्दोभ्योऽत्यमृतात् सम्बभूव स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवधारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्यां भूरिविश्रुवं ब्रह्मणः कोशोऽसि मेधया पिहितः श्रुतं मे गोपाय ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ मेधा देवी जुषमाणान आगाब्दिश्चाची भद्रा सुमनस्य माना त्वया जुष्टानुतमाना दुरुक्तान् बृहद्वदेम वितथेषु वीराः त्वया जुष्टऋषिर्भवति देवि त्वया ब्रह्मागतः श्रीरुतत्वया त्वया जुष्टच्छित्रं विन्दते वसुसानो जुषस्वद्रविणो न मेधे मेधां इन्द्रो ददातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विनावुभावा दत्तां पुष्करस्रजाम् अप्सरासु च या मेधा गन्धर्वेषु च यन्मनः दैवी मेधा सरस्वती सा मां मेधासुरभिर्जुषताकं स्वाहा आमां मेधा सुरभिर्विश्वरूप हिरण्यवर्णा जगती जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सा मां मेधा सुप्रतीकाजुषन्तां मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मय्यग्नितेजो ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयीन्द्र इन्द्रियं ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि सूर्यो प्राजो ददातु हंसहंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंसः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। Now in the last class, we have seen if the Shabda Pramanam employed properly through Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, of course with the help of a guru, then it is capable of producing jnanam. Vedanta pramanam jnanam janayati. Even though, normally speaking, the words cannot reveal Brahman, which doesn't have the condition of an object. We saw the condition in which the object is known through words. There are 5 conditions. Verbal description. Still the Upanishad uses different method of communication, and the Upanishad succeed in giving jnana. Even though words cannot communicate, but Upanishad uses different methods. The Upanishad, the entire Jnani Parampara is the proof for that. We also saw the main purpose of the Upanishad words are to give knowledge. The Upanishad is not interested in giving us any new knowledge or experience. Because according to Vedanta, our problem is not lack of experience. We have Dvaita Anubhava in Jagrat and Swapnavastha and Advaita Anubhava in deep sleep state. Thus, Dvaita, Advaita Anubhavas we already have. Based on our experience, the conclusion is faulty. And therefore, the Upanishad wants to help us in inquiring into our available Anubhava without introducing any new Anubhava. And on inquiry, we come to realize that the Advaita Anubhava is my real nature. The limited I which obtains in Jagrat and Swapnavastha is Mithya. The undivided, limitless I is Satyam. The divided I, the limited I is Mithya, which is not a new Anubhava, but a new knowledge correcting my previous misconception. And this jnanam is more than enough to attain moksha. And since the entire teaching comes in the end part of Vedas, this gets the name Vedanta, means the end portion of Vedas. And in this Vedantic portion of Vedas, we concentrate on gaining the knowledge of ourself. Therefore, it is Jnana Pradhana portion, and hence it is also called Jnana Kandam, unlike the Veda Purva. Veda Purva is Karma Pradhanam, Kayika, Vachika, Manasika Karmas. And therefore, Veda Purva is called Karma Kandam, whereas Vedanta is called Jnana Kandam. Since this portion is dealing with the nature of myself, it is not an objective knowledge, but it is a Shastra which deal with my Surupam, my nature, and myself. And in Sanskrit it is called Atma. And therefore Vedanta is known by another name, Atma Vidya. While dealing with this I, the Atma, I am not a limited I, but I am the limitless entity. And therefore Atma is known by another name, Brahma. Brahma means limitless one. Brihat means big. So Brahma means the big. Brihattamatvat Brahma. And therefore, this portion of the scripture is known by another name also, which is Brahma Vidya. Thus Vedanta, Jnanakandam, Atma Vidya and Brahma Vidya, all these are synonyms. And also these portions are called by another name, which is Upanishad. The word Upanishad have several meanings. One meaning is Upa plus Ni plus Shat. Upa means a knowledge which has to be gathered by approaching near a guru. Guru Upasadena Praptavya Vidya. Guru Upasadena Praptavya Vidya. A knowledge which cannot be gathered by self-study nor by self-meditation. People talk about meditation and gaining knowledge through meditation, intuition. We don't believe in intuition, but we believe in tuition. Regular, systematic teaching. Therefore, Upa indicate Guru Upasadanam, going near a Guru. And Ni indicates Nischaya Jnanam, firm knowledge. Means one has to continue this learning until the knowledge becomes firm, free from doubt and error. And Nischaya Jnanam referred to here as Ni. So Upa plus Ni means that clear knowledge gathered from a Guru by approaching him. So Upani means clear self-knowledge. And the word Shat means, one meaning is a carrier vehicle. There are other meaning also. Visharanam, Avasadanam, Gati. Three meanings are there for Shadildra Dhatu. The one who destroys and put an end to. Means the one who destroys your ignorance and put an end to your suffering in samsara. Visharanam, Avasadanam. Gati. Then another meaning also there. Shat means sadhayati, prapayati iti sat. That which carries the seeker up to Brahman and help the jiva merge into Paramatma. So one meaning is Visharanam, Avasatanam, Gati. Visharanam means to Shithilikaranam, destroys the ignorance. Avasadanam means put an end to the ignorance-born problem called samsara. Then after destroying and put an end to samsara, it will take you, the gati, it will take you to what? Your own self. So, like a marriage broker, help the boy and girl come together. This Vidya, Upanishad Vidya, brings the Jivatma and Paramatma together. This holy marriage of Jivatma Paramatma is the marriage broker Upanishad. So Brahma Sadhayati.
These three are sequential, right? Sharanam, Avasadanam, Gati. They are sequential.
Yeah. After destroying the ignorance, Visharanam, then ignorant born problem, Avasadanam, then it takes you to Gati, take you to Paramatma. So Brahma Sadhayati, Gamayati iti Sat. Shankaracharya says, therefore, Upanishad means that knowledge which is gained from a Guru and which takes the Jivatma to Paramatma. But we should remember that Jivatma is taken to Paramatma we should not think that Paramatma is sitting somewhere and Jivatma is sitting here. And through courier service, Jivatma is delivered to Paramatma. Here, merger is the remover of the notion that I am different from Paramatma. Merger here means Veda Buddhi Nashaha. That Veda Buddhi Nashaha eva is called merger. Destruction of this thought that I am different from Paramatma. Therefore, it is also known by the word Upanishad. And at the end of 4 Vedas, these Upanishads are found in the form of a dialogue between the teacher and the taught. Sometime more than one teacher. In Brahadaranyaka there are more teachers are there. And sometime more than one student. And it is in Prashnovarit, we saw 6 students are there. And it is believed that more than 1,000 such Upanishads were there originally. And many of them were lost. Actually, 1,180 Upanishads were there. And out of them, only 108 Upanishads are available and popular. Of them, 10 Upanishads are called major Upanishads because Shankaracharya has commented upon this. Now there are questions also, why he commented only 10? That is because these 10 Upanishads are used for analysis in Brahma Sutra. So therefore, Bhagavan Shankaracharya wrote commentary on these 10 Upanishads. Not because among Upanishads there is any gradation as major or minor, but because commentary is available, we say it is major. Now, among the Dashopanishad, we have the Mandukyo Upanishad, which we are going to study. This Mandukyo Upanishad is a very small Upanishad. Consists of 12 mantras only. Upanishad is only 12 mantras. Karika. And this Upanishad belongs to Atharvana Veda. And they say it got its name Mandukya because it was revealed by a rishi named Manduka Rishi. Mandukam means a frog. This word is derived from the root mand, mandayati, to be happy, or to revel. Therefore, Manduka means the one who revel, the one who is happy. Naturally, it is an ideal name for a jnani. So this is the beauty of Sanskrit, you see. You can derive so many meanings from one word. So because a jnani is always happy, Atmanyeva Atmana Tushtaha. So some say it was revealed by the Manduka Rishi and therefore it is called Mandukya Upanishad. But our Gurudev has given another story in the book. So there was a famine I think it was in Ayodhya Nagari, I think. Then all of them, the king asked him to, Vasishtha Rishi was the Rajaguru. So he asked him to pray for getting some rain. And there are some mantras in our Purvabhaga of the Vedas. And I think it's Varuna Mantra or something. Recently in Kerala or someplace they did that and rain came. Yeah. Vasishtha prayed. And a sign of before raining, what is that? Frog. What do you call? Croaked, right? So Vasishtha Rishi was very happy. He blessed that frog, and that frog became a rishi. He gave out this mantra. That is the story Gurudev gives. Now we talked about 1180 Upanishad, right? Now where did you get this knowledge, this information? There is an Upanishad called Mandukyo Upanishad. It is a dialogue between Sri Rama and Anjaneya. And in that Mandukyo Upanishad, we get a lot of information about all the Upanishads. How they were 1000 and odd Upanishads originally, and later how 108 Upanishads became popular, and out of the 108, how many belongs to Rig Veda, how many belongs to Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvana Veda, etc. All these details are given in this Upanishad known as Mandukyo Upanishad. Somebody can Google it and find out this Mandukyo Upanishad. And in that Upanishad it is said, by studying Mandukyo Upanishad itself, one can attain moksha. So you have hope. Eh? No, but Karika is there, no? Think about it, how powerful these mantras are. Gaudapadacharya has to write and commentary. It is said in Mandukyo Upanishad, Mandukyam eva alam, ekameva alam mumukshunam vimuktaye. Mandukya eva alam, ekameva alam mumukshunam vimuktaye. If you don't understand completely by studying Mandukya, then you study Dashopanishad. And still you can't get it, then study 32 Upanishads. A list is given there, still you don't get it, then study 108 Upanishads. Still you don't get it, better luck next life. But what I want to say is that Mandukyam ekam eva alam. One Mandukya is enough to realize the truth. Even though the Upanishad is only 12 mantras, but a commentary is written in verse form by a great Acharya known as Gaudapadacharya. It is called Karika. And this Gaudapadacharya occupies an important position in the Advaita Guru Parampara. There is Guru Parampara Shloka, which is very popular. In fact, every Vedantic student should chant this daily. Narayanam Padmabhuvam Vasishtam Shaktin Jatatputra Parasharam Cha Vyasam Shukam Gaudapadam Mahantam Govinda Yogindra Madasya Sishyam Sri Shankaracharya Madasya Padmapadam Sahasta Malakam Cha Sishyam Tam Totakam Vartikakara Manyat Asmat Gurum Santatamanatosmi. We'll write it later. It will take time. Entire Guru Parampara, the Adi Guru is Narayana. From Narayana, the knowledge came to Brahmaji, Padma Bhuvam. From Brahmaji to Vasishtam. Brahmaji's Manasaputra is Vasishta. Saptarishis were created first. So Vasishta is the one of the Saptarishis. He got it. Vasishta's son is Shakti. Shakti got it. Then from Shakti to Parashara. Then Parasharas to Vyasa. And Vyasa to Shuka. Shuka to Gaudabadacharya. Gaudabadacharya is a Shishya of Shuka Maharshi. Then Gaudabadacharya to Govinda Bhagavatpadacharya. Govinda Bhagavatpadacharya to Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya to Padmapadam and what do you call Astamalaka, Totaka, and the immediate Guru. So from that Shankara Parampara, we are all belong to Shankara Parampara. So therefore, immediate Guru, our Gurudev, Tapovanji Maharaj, then Gurudev, all that. Up to my Guru. Now look at this. From Narayana up to Shukacharya is the first half of the tradition. There all Acharya are mythological Acharyas, whose names we come to know only from the Puranas. They are not historical personalities. Up to Shuka is Rishi Parampara, and they were all Grihasthas except Shuka Maharshi. Say Vyasa Bhagavan, Vasishta Bhagavan was married, Arundhati. Then Shakti was married, he had 100 children. Out of that, one is Parashara. Then Parashara was married, not married actually, Satyavati. In Satyavati he got Vyasa Bhagavan, Krishnadvaipayana. Then from Krishnadvaipayana also was married, Shuka Maharshi. Up to that, Rishi Parampara. Then they were all Grihastha, except Shuka Maharshi. From Shuka Maharshi onwards, Sannyasa Parampara started. So each disciple happened to be the son of a guru. In Vishnu Sahasranama you see Vyasam Vasishta Naptaram Shakte Pautramakalmasham Parasharatmajam Vande Shukatatam Tapodithim. Vyasam Vasishta Naptaram. Vasishta Nuda Naptaram, great grandson. Shaktehe Pautramakalmasham Parasharatmajam Vande Shukatatam Taponitim, Shuka's father. All these are talking about Vyasa alone. After Shuka comes Gaudabadacharya, and you will find an important transformation takes place. Shuka is a rishi, whereas Gaudabadacharya is a Manushya, human rishi. Are all celestial rishis. Rishis' biographies are mythological, not historical. But from Gaudavadacharya onwards, it is not mythology, but we have historical factors about them. From Gaudavada onward, Grihastha Parampara gets converted to Sannyasi Parampara. Therefore, Gaudavada Acharya is a very, very important Acharya. When we read this Karika, we will understand his greatness. Shankaracharya was 1200 years ago, and Gaudavada Acharya is his Param Guru, at least 1300 or 1400 years ago. This Gaudavada Acharya is known by this name because he lived in Gauda Desha, means North Bengal. He must have been a Bengali. His original name is not known. The suffix pada is added to indicate respect, reverence. Guru pada, reverential Guru. Tata pada, reverential father. An honorable Acharya from Gauda Desha. He has written a few works on Vedanta, and among his works, the most important is Mandukya Karika. Karika means commentary in verse form. For this 12 mantras, Gaudavada Acharya has written 215 slokas as commentary. 215, 1-5. Since they help us a lot in understanding the Upanishad, generally this Upanishad is studied along with Karika. So Mandukyo Upanishad and Karika are studied together. And this study has been initiated by Shankaracharya himself, because he wrote commentary not only for the Upanishad, but for the Karika also. At Anandagiri, one of the disciples of Shankaracharya also written a tika for the commentary. See, tika is a commentary upon commentary. So they are known differently. So first is Karika, is also commentary. On Karika, Shankara Bhashyam. Shankara has written Bhashyam. That is a commentary. And on that Shankara Bhashyam, there is another commentary that is called Tika. Our Mahatmas were great. Now what is there to explain again? You may ask. But Shankaracharya, while writing commentary, he has taken for granted that so many things, because he was addressing a crowd who is well-read people. So most of the things he's taken it for granted. Now, for the coming generation, it may not be appealing. On the sense, it may be difficult for them to understand. To make those points clear, the Tika is written. That is Anandagiri. Anandagiri's Tika is very famous. He has written Tika on most of all Bhagavan's the Bhashyas.
Tika is also in Sanskrit, Swami. The Tika is also in Sanskrit.
Oh yeah, of course. Everything is in Sanskrit. Yeah, but Gurudev has taken into consideration all these. He has made it very simple for us. All the Bhashya and Tika, all of them he has assimilated and given to us in a very beautiful way. Therefore, we also studied this Upanishad with Karika. 215 verses plus 12 verses, total 227. These are divided into 4 chapters. Agama Pragaranam, Adhyayam 1, first Adhyaya. Then second Adhyaya is Vaidhathya Pragaranam. Vaidhathya Pragaranam is where Gaudapada, this is purely Karika, okay. Vaidhathya Pragaranam is purely Karika. Vaidhathya. Establish falsity of the world. Prapanchopashamam. So, the 7th mantra, the definition of Brahman is there in very beautiful form. Nanta pratyam na bahis pratyam no bhayada pratyam prajnanaganam prapanchopashamam shantam shivam sat advaitam manyante. So this definition, that these definitions are taken and analyzed. So that is the second chapter, establishing the falsity of the world, Vaidhathya Pragaranam. The third one is Advaita Pragaranam, establishing Advaita Brahma. Then fourth one is Alata Shanti Pragaranam. There, Gaudapada take up different schools of thought and dismisses them. Purvaksha and then Siddhanta. Alata Pragaranam, Alata Shanti means, joystick. A joystick is lit. It is one. But if you turn, different design comes. In the dark room. We will explain all that at that time. Okay. So these are the general sketch. These 4 Prakaranam put together is called Mandukyo Upanishad plus Karika. Now we shall see the first chapter, Agama Pragaranam. This chapter consists of 12 Upanishad mantras and 29 Karika verses. Totally 41 verses. Only the first chapter alone is a mixture. Since the Upanishad is prominent and therefore it is called Upanishad Pradhanam, so therefore called Agama Pragaranam. Agama means Veda. Upanishad is known by the name Agama, means it has come from the Lord Himself. Agacchati iti Agamaha. Since it consists of Upanishad, it has a Shanti Patha. Since it belongs to the Atharvana Veda, the Shanti Patha also belongs to Atharvana Veda Shanti Patha. Now, other Upanishad in Atharvana Veda is Mundaka, Prashnopanishad, then Mandukya. These are the 3 main Upanishads. Now, you all know the Shanti Patha, right? Meaning also know. So let us chant. Om Bhadram Karne Vishnuyama Deva Bhadram Pashe Makshapiya Jatra स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः विषेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. You see, Ganapati Atharva Shisham also from Atharvana Veda. You see that Shanti Pada there also. Now, this essence, I will tell you the essence of this Shanti Pada. The seeker is asking for 3 boons from the Lord. One is Ayushyam. May I live long, at least to complete this Upanishad. With Karika. Veshema devahitam yadayuhu. Whatever is allotted time, he is not asking extension. He is asking whatever that is allotted to me, let me live fully. The second point, suppose one has long life, but he is always in the hospital, then also he cannot be useful. Not only I should live long, but I should have good health. Sthirairangaihi stushtvagam sastanubihi. They should be healthy enough to hear, talk about auspicious things. Bhadram Shravanam Darshanam Kathanam. Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Devaha. May we hear auspicious, may we hear, may we see auspicious. So all those box office movies, Marpit. Nowadays all movies are coming with fighting only. Especially the Hindi movies, South Indian movies, dubbed Hindi movies are there. Kannada dubbed, Telugu dubbed. They are all mara-mari only, nothing. So, Bhadram So when you want to hear Bhadram, you will speak also Bhadram. Because the first person who hear what you say is you. So intellectual health must be there, so that I can pursue Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam. The third point is Narvignatvam, freedom from obstacle. Swastina Indro Vriddhashravaha, Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha, Swastina Starcho Arishtanemihi. Prayer to various devatas for Vigna Nivritti during Vedanta Shravana. Then Trivida Shanti. So this is the main point. Trivida Shanti, you know, Adi Bhautikam, Adhyatmikam, Adi Devikam. Now we will enter into the text. First mantra. It is in prose order. Hari Om. Omityetadaksharamidam sarvam. Tasyopavyakyanam. Bhutam bhavat bhavishyatiti. Sarva Omkara eva. Echanyat Trikalatitam tadapyonkara eva. Idhukku swaram illa. Swaram illa. Swaram is available only for Taittiriya Upanishad and I think Bradharani also it is there, I think. Okay. Harihi Om. Om ityedadaksharamidam sarvam. Tasyopavyakyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyatiti sarvamonkara eva ecchanyattrikalatītam tadapyonkara eva. Now, this Upanishad is in prose form. In this Prakaranam, some Upanishad mantras are given and then some Karikas are also given. Therefore, it is a mixture. The first 6 mantras are the Upanishad mantras. And after the first 6 mantras, we will get a few Karikas commenting upon the mantras. And again, the 7th mantra will come to Upanishads and then the Karika. This is how the style. Don't get confused.
Why they are not mentioned it, Swamiji? Why it is not said which is what?
I don't know. You should know from the style, I think. The first 2 mantras are the introductory mantras, in which the Upanishad introduces 2 types of inquiry or analysis. The first mantra talks about the Omkara inquiry, Omkara Vichara, the analysis of Omkara symbol. The Upanishad introduces Omkara Vichara because the way of analyzing Omkara, we can arrive at the ultimate truth. And the ultimate truth of this world and ultimate truth of oneself. And therefore, it is introduced in mantra 1. And in the second mantra, the Upanishad introduces Atma Vichara, analysis of myself. So thus we have 2 mantras introducing Omkara Vichara and Atma Vichara. And thereafter, from the 3rd mantra up to 7th mantra, we get the elaboration of Atma Vichara. It is in reverse order. Then from mantra 8 to 12, we have got the elaboration of Omkara Vichara. Even though Upanishad starts with Omkara, it explains it later. With this, Mandukyo Vanishad is over. Now look at the mantra. Idagam sarvam. This entire creation is Om iti etat aksharam. It's nothing but the sacred mantra known as Om. The entire creation is reduced to what? One Om. The significance of Om is given in Taittiriya Upanishad. At Chandasa we just chanted. At Chandasa Vrishabho Vishwarupaha Chandopyotyamrda Asambhabhuva. So, Brahmaji churned the entire Vedas intellectually and took out the butter and given it as Omkara, as essence. This monosyllabled mantra is this entire creation. Now science also discovered, isn't it? What is that? In the atmosphere there is a sound, Omkara. Since Omkara is the whole creation, if you want to know about the creation, you need not study the entire creation, but by studying the Omkara, you will know the entire creation. Please teach to any scientist. He will revolt, but doesn't matter. Tell him. Now what type of creation? Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyat. It includes the past, the entire present and future creation is all Omkara alone. Bhutam Bhavat Bhavishyatiti. Sarvam Omkara eva. All Omkara alone. Now, if anything beyond Bhutam Bhavishyat, Yacha Anyatrikalaatitam, that is also told. Past, present and future means if anything beyond time, that Vastu also is Omkara. What is beyond time? Paramatma. That is also Omkara. That means Omkara represents what is within time and also represents what is beyond time. What is there which is beyond time? Consciousness and Maya. Maya creates time, but Maya is beyond time, okay? That is also Om. Therefore, enquiry into Omkara is enquiry into everything. And the truth of Omkara is the truth of creation. Therefore, enquiry into Omkara is a worthy pursuit. Therefore, tasya upavyakyanam. Tasya upavyakyanam. Therefore, we are going to analyze Omkara. We will do that next class. I know, Ramayanam is okay, but Upanishad class. Yeah, lot of points. Think about it. So, refer to your, notes. Read the notes. Come back next class. We will start. But second mantra is Atma. He introduces Om, then Atma. Atma Chadushpad. Then Atma is explained. Then afterwards, last only Omkara comes. Upavyakyanam comes later. It's a very beautiful Upanishad. It makes you realize the truth. So, it is said. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namaha. Hari Om.